Imagine planting a seed, then digging it up every day just to show others. That seed would never grow. Your dreams are the same. Protect them or lose them. So I'll ask you, are you guarding your vision or killing it with noise? Ladies and gentlemen, remember this. The tallest trees grow in silence. The brightest stars shine in darkness. And the strongest individuals protect their secrets like treasures. Not everything in life is meant to be shared. Certain truths must remain your own, because once you reveal them, their strength is diminished. Guard your plans, because there is a unique power in silence that words can never match. When you speak too early about what you intend to do, you invite opinions, criticism, and doubt that can weaken your confidence before you even begin. People are quick to judge what they do not understand, and if you expose your dreams too soon, you may find yourself surrounded not by support, but by disbelief. Every vision begins as a fragile seed. Imagine planting a seed in the ground, then digging it up each day to show others. That seed would never grow because it is constantly disturbed. Your plans are no different. They require the cover of silence and the patience of time before they can rise strong enough to endure the light of the world. Keeping your goals private gives them room to develop naturally. Too much exposure can destroy them before they even have a chance to grow. Think about how many people make grand announcements. I will build this company. I will write this book. I will achieve this goal. And yet many never follow through. Why? Because they waste their energy speaking instead of acting. Talking about a plan creates a false sense of success. You feel proud as though you have already achieved something, when in reality nothing has been done. That energy, that pride, should be directed into real effort, not empty words. Another risk of sharing your plans too early is that not everyone wishes you well. Some may act supportive, but quietly envy you. Others may try to sabotage you or even steal your ideas. History is filled with examples of ideas lost because someone spoke too soon. Protecting your plans is not about distrust, it is about wisdom. Not every ear deserves to hear your vision. Your dreams are sacred, and until they are strong enough to stand alone, they must remain guarded. There's also a psychological reason for privacy. When you share your goals openly, you create pressure to perform for others instead of yourself. Instead of pursuing your dream with genuine passion, you may start worrying about how others view you. If you fail, you fear judgment. If you succeed, you may feel as if you achieved it for their approval rather than your own growth. But when you keep your plans to yourself, you free yourself from outside noise. You act not because the world is watching, but because your heart is leading. That internal drive is far more powerful than external validation. Look at those who made history. Many worked quietly. They did not announce every step. They let their results speak for them. A finished invention, a thriving company, a completed masterpiece, these were their statements, not empty promises. People respect results, not words. A vision fulfilled is far more valuable than a vision spoken. Think of the times you surprised others by achieving something they never expected. The disbelief, the earned respect, the silent admiration, these are the rewards of protecting your plans until they become real. Guarding your plans also builds discipline. It forces you to focus on progress, not praise. Success is not about impressing others with promises. It is about proving yourself with results. Each moment you resist the urge to announce your plans, you strengthen your ability to endure. You build quiet confidence, the kind that does not depend on constant approval. Silence trains patience, and patience is the foundation of achievement, even in relationships. This principle remains true. Sometimes those closest to you may not fully understand your vision. They may discourage you not from ill intent, but because of their own limitations. They project their fears onto you. They tell you what cannot be done because they cannot imagine it themselves. If you let their voices enter your plan too soon, you may start doubting yourself. But when you protect your vision, you give yourself freedom to grow without interference. Later, when the results are undeniable, those same people may admire what they once doubted. There is also power in mystery. When people do not know what you are working on, they cannot interfere. They cannot measure or predict you. You remain unpredictable, and unpredictability itself is power. It keeps competitors guessing, critics quiet, and allows you to control your own story. Once the results are revealed, they strike with greater impact because no one expected them. Protecting your plans is not about fear, it is about strategy. It is not about hiding forever, but about waiting for the right moment. There's a time to plant and a time to harvest, a season to remain silent and a season to speak. Speak when your work is complete. Speak when your plan has become reality. Speak when your results can stand on their own without explanation. Until then, let silence be your shield and effort your weapon. When you choose to guard your plans, you shift from talking to doing. You stop seeking applause for intentions and start finding satisfaction in achievement. The joy of surprising the world with results is far greater than the temporary thrill of announcing an unfinished dream. Success is not about how loudly you speak, but how strongly you deliver. Silence today builds the strength of your voice tomorrow. And the louder your results are, the less you will ever need to explain yourself again. Protect your privacy, because it is one of the most valuable shields you can have in a world fueled by comparison, judgment, and gossip. When you reveal too much of your personal life, you expose yourself to risks you may not see until it is too late. Not every smile is sincere, and not every listener cares. Many listen out of curiosity, some out of envy, and a few out of malice. Privacy is not fear, it is protection. It is about guarding what matters so it cannot be used against you. Your financial life, for example, must remain private. The moment people know what you earn, save, or spend, they begin to measure you by it. Some may envy you, others may judge, and many may start expecting things from you. If you are doing well financially, some will assume you are obliged to help them, even if they never supported you. If you are struggling, others may secretly celebrate your hardship or use it to feel superior. Money is deeply personal, and revealing too much can draw the wrong attention. What you own financially should remain yours, not public knowledge. Equally important is keeping your weaknesses private. Everyone has flaws and insecurities, but sharing them too openly gives others tools to use against you. Imagine revealing your deepest fear to someone who pretends to be a friend, but later uses that knowledge against you. The world can be harsh, and weaknesses shown to the wrong audience often become weapons. Even well-meaning people may unintentionally spread your vulnerabilities in conversation, turning your private struggles into gossip. Protecting your weaknesses does not mean ignoring them, it means working on them silently, strengthening yourself without giving anyone a chance to exploit them. Your personal struggles are also sacred. Every person faces pain, disappointment, and battles that are difficult to explain. But not everyone deserves to know your story. When you share struggles too freely, you risk cheapening them in the eyes of others. Some will only listen to judge. Others will compare your hardships to their own, diminishing your experience. And some may even quietly enjoy your difficulties while pretending to sympathize. The reality is the world is filled with people who do not care about your pain. So giving others access to your struggles only leads to more disappointment. By protecting them, you preserve your dignity. You decide carefully who deserves to know your battles and share only with those who have truly earned your trust. Privacy builds respect. The less people know about your life, the more they must focus on your character and actions instead of personal details. It is human nature to measure others, but when there is nothing to measure, they are left with only one choice: to respect your boundaries. That respect comes not because you demand it, but because you create strength and mystery around your life. The person who speaks less about themselves often holds the most attention. Silence and privacy create an influence that words cannot replace. Guarding your privacy also helps protect your peace of mind. The more you share, the more opinions you invite, and opinions never end. Everyone believes they know what you should do, how you should live, and how you should handle problems. If you listen to all of them, you lose yourself in the noise. But when you keep things private, you filter voices, reduce the noise, and preserve your inner calm. Your mind grows stronger when it is not distracted by constant outside judgment. Another reason privacy matters is that it protects your independence. When people know too much about your weaknesses, they can use them against you. When they know too much about your finances, they may manipulate you. When they know too much about your struggles, they may pity you in ways that damage your dignity. Independence is not just standing on your own. It means ensuring no one holds unnecessary power over your choices. The less people know, the more freedom you have to move without explanation or interference. Look how successful people carry themselves. They reveal enough to inspire, but not enough to appear vulnerable. Their public image is strong because their private lives remain guarded. Their strength lies not only in what they share, but, more importantly, in what they choose not to share. This is a lesson for everyone. Privacy is not secrecy, it is strategy. You are not hiding from the world. You are choosing what the world deserves to see. Guarding your privacy does not mean living in isolation. It means using discernment. It means deciding who has earned the right to hear your story and who has not. It means knowing that not every moment must be broadcast, not every detail explained, and not every thought spoken. Silence in certain parts of life is not emptiness. It is protection. In a world where information is constantly exploited, protecting yourself is strength. Value silence as power because silence is not emptiness, it is control, clarity, and resilience. In a world that celebrates noise, constant updates, and endless opinions, the one who stays silent holds an advantage over those who cannot stop talking. Silence is not weakness, it is discipline. It is the ability to hold back when others rush to expose, to wait when others hurry to speak, and to listen when others drown themselves in words. Silence allows wisdom to grow, understanding to deepen, and strategies to form without interference. Some of the most powerful people in history were not the loudest, but the most reserved. They knew that speaking too soon weakens their position. Words once spoken cannot be taken back, and often reveal more than intended. Silence, however, keeps others guessing, keeps them uncertain. And in that uncertainty lies your strength. When people do not know your next move, they cannot prepare against you. When they do not know your weaknesses, they cannot exploit them. When they do not know your struggles, they cannot measure your strength. Silence is also a shield. Every time you choose silence over needless explanation, you protect your energy. Every time you choose discretion over exposure, you protect your dignity. Many people waste energy trying to prove themselves, defend their choices, or explain their lives. Yet such explanations rarely satisfy, because opinions never end. The wise person knows that not every question deserves an answer. Not every accusation requires a defense, and not every challenge needs a response. Sometimes the strongest statement is no statement at all. There is wisdom in silence, because silence helps you listen. When you are quiet, you observe more. You notice details others miss, and you hear truths that words often hide. The person who talks too much reveals themselves quickly, but the one who listens carefully gains insight, knowledge, and perspective that others overlook. In silence, you gather information that sharpens your decisions. You learn about people's motives, fears, and desires. Information is power, and silence is the gateway for those patient enough to wait for it. Silence also protects relationships. Many conflicts arise from careless words spoken in anger, pride, or frustration. Those words can wound deeply and permanently. Silence in those moments gives you time to think, breathe, and respond wisely. People respect those who do not react impulsively, but instead reply with thought. Silence shows maturity, and maturity earns respect. The loudest voice is rarely the strongest. Often, the quiet one becomes the person everyone turns to when true wisdom is needed. Discretion. The careful choice of what to reveal and what to hold back is a strategy that safeguards your future. The future is uncertain, and every word you speak can either build or harm it. By practicing discretion, you prevent your words from becoming traps. Careless talk often burns bridges, exposes flaws, and creates enemies. Discretion preserves relationships, maintains dignity, and avoids needless conflict. Silence is not losing your voice. It is choosing the right time to use it so it carries maximum impact. Mystery also holds undeniable power. When people cannot fully read you, they cannot easily define you. When you do not reveal every thought, plan, or emotion, they are left wondering. That curiosity creates respect, sometimes even fear, because the unknown is always stronger than the known. When people know everything, they lose curiosity and respect. But when they know little, they remain cautious and intrigued. Mystery is not deception. It is holding your life in your own hands rather than giving it away. Silence is also focus. The quieter you are about your dreams, plans, and goals, the more energy you put into making them real. Talking about doing something can trick your mind into believing it has already been achieved, when in truth, nothing has been done. Silence keeps you hungry, grounded, and working until results are strong enough to speak for themselves. Actions always speak louder than promises. Even in difficulty, silence holds power. When you struggle, silence prevents others from using your weakness against you. When you are hurt, silence gives you time to heal without exposing your pain to those who may not care. When you are uncertain, silence protects you from making promises you cannot keep. And when you are angry, silence prevents words you will later regret. Silence here is not cowardice, it is wisdom. It is control over chaos. True strength is not how much noise you make. It is how much you endure without losing yourself. It is how much you achieve without announcing it. It is how much you withhold until the right moment. Silence and discretion are not passive. They are deliberate strategies. They are the tools of those who understand the weight of words and use them carefully. The strongest people do not need to declare their power. They show it through calmness, control, and action. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, the one who knows how to be silent stands out as the one who truly holds power. Ladies and gentlemen, protect these 7 secrets as you would gold. Success is not only about what you do, it is also about what you withhold. Silence is not weakness, it is strategy. Privacy is not isolation, it is strength. And the one who knows when to speak and when to remain silent holds the key to unshakable power. So I ask you, will you guard your secrets, or will you give them away?